gonna change things. I'm up at Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it, 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 they don't love it.
Hey, DJ.
Hey, YB, let pipe him up, bro.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
Yeah, I ain't take no losses in a minute. Scored touchdown through the critic. Came a long way from the trenches. Still be making plays in the trenches. I'm from New Orleans. I'm a saint with a demon in my head. Yeah, I told him chill. Lil' bro still spinning like a fan. Lord on my mama. He been playing like this since he was in college. So fast like a rocket. Part of the reason they can't stop him. You don't know how I feel. Come from nothing, turn up quick. You don't know how I feel. Turn them losses into a whip. Yeah, treat the beat like 4 down. Going for the dub. I ain't playing with them. QB to the RB. Big 4-9 serving hand to hand. Real name Jamal Chase. He the newest goal with the people saying. I'm still in the field. Ain't calling plays. Bill Belichick.
Yeah, where the ops, I ain't ducking smoke. Kick it off, know we tryna score. Too easy, I'ma run it up with my eyes closed like Pat Mahomes. Red flag, I send him home. Hail Mary, I send him long. Another touchdown, hit the gritty on him. Gotta pull in they camera phone. H-time, throw the city up. I finna pick the play off like it's Xavier. When it's pressure, can't get out the pocket. Got the cannon on me, I feel like Brady. Chasing at the Lamborghini. We just barely getting started. Catch a play, I'm like Megatron. You don't know nobody that can guard. You don't know nobody.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
What's the point of having if you ain't gon' use? She watch my games and play my music. I'm stuck in the game, I pray on lose. DJ with my neck, keep giving me bruise. They don't want these problems cause we ain't lose. I'm calling the plays, just gotta keep moving. Only option is win cause we ain't lose. Get a name in this game, you gotta be proved. All I know is loyalty for my team is what I stand on. It's simple, I turn the corner when got a sack and put my man on. Like magic, everything gon' turn to gold, I put my hands on. Just bought another lot next to my crib for me to expand on.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell.
It's that ground breaking. When I pull up, leave the ground shaking. Guess they ain't think I was gonna blow, they be like, how I make it. Talking like they finna stop something, it's go time, let's line it up. I've been ready to mob something the whole time, my stomach growling. I ain't gon' pick up for no 100,000. I need a Billy tryna go and buy the public housing. Yeah, cut that stove on, my name hot like fajita play, I don't need a break. Told my partner crank that to the meter break.
Mr. P, who want it? No limit, who run it? Dreadhead, cool runners, GMF, good money. New whip, 200, soldiers with me, 300. If it ain't about the money, please don't count on me coming. No, they don't want no problems. These problems gon' be problematic. Don't want no smoke or no static. I don't do no dramatics. Them boys faker than plastic. I tell them jump in the bag, cause I've been in my bag. Speeding off in the Jag, yeah.
They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. They don't want no problems. Don't want no problems. All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh? They don't want no problems. 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 All I know is when I ain't never took a L. But if I take a L, then you know I'm raising hell, huh?
Why would I hold up my
down for ransom. When my scope like Richard Branson. Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my panthers. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mantras. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my feng shui. Now it's like work for 10K or cause it is 10 gaming. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red eye flights, hop straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head on stage, they were like, see the car going ahead, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the car going ahead, they were like, oh yeah. Crazy and courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, Raven defiance, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up for what the f*** you think a day is.
But hey, what about the
So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the car going ahead, they were like. So I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah. See the car going ahead, they were like, oh yeah.
Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really get drunk, but my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose my Patrona, you suck, gon' make way for a prodigy.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this.
Now, the temperatures are cooling off, but the sun is still shining, and that makes for perfect football weather in the city of Pittsburgh at Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 44-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailing?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded at about the 28. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Shot, 17.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Josiah DeGlora, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2. You look at this Steeler defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. On play action. Love to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Down. Go.
On 1st and 10, Love eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he goes out right around the 39. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Pickett now from the gun here. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk to them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
This is taken around the 12. The 20, 5, touchdown, Packers. What a run that was. 88 yards on the punt return. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21-0 our score after 1. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Here's Pickett. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Off the play fake, Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Throw out wide is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Love. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. On now is the Packers punter. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 42-yard line.
Pickett going to bootleg it. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A handoff for Warren. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. Down the right sideline. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Shreds the tackle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
They run again with Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards for pickup there, and it's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Looking to throw, Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end flyer move. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Harris. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and run with Harris. And this time he is in. Najee Harris in the final seconds of the first half. And lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Nixon now from his end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On third down, Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready.
They'll run it with Jones. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 40-yard punt, no return, and that will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2 from the 35. Here's 2nd and a couple. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. On the give, it's Warren. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Gave a glimpse of his power, but not a whole lot of space. Down at the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the run, it's Warren. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year and 4th overall. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Love with a give to Dillon. To the 43, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love. Throw caught. Nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Cluster, 6, shot, 17. Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Play fake. Here's Love. They'll roll him out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Love now. A shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter, tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon. And not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, but time's starting to become a factor.
Here comes Reed.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
On second down, Dillon. Able to avoid him at the 40. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Back to Dillon on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing, Love. The left side completion to Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or intercept.
Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 39 yards. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 83 yards. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, What do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This is 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Here's 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Pickett.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. Got a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball